Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. First of all, apologies. I wanted to make sure I finished watching YNR before I started, so it took me a little extra time. But the question tonight is, why is sent back on hospital? They didn't just bring this character back there for no reason. I have a feeling it either has to do with one or two things: Pikeman, or he's the boss for Austin and Mason. I'm assuming it's Pikeman, but I could be wrong about that. But we know that he's back for a specific reason. They didn't just bring this guy back for nothing. They didn't. So whatever it is, it must be pretty big. Must be pretty big. So I'm gonna sit there and know more about this character. Something I like about him so far. He was bold, okay? He knew that, when he sat down next to Jordan, you could just tell that she was not with it. My dude was like, you know what? I'm gonna take my chances, and we're gonna get this party started. I want to know. Want to know more about this guy. As always, sit there and talk about all of them. GH, B&B, Days, and Y and R. Blackmon's in the chat. How you doing tonight, Blackmon? Hope you had a great week. Hope you had a great weekend. How you doing today? And I hope you had a great day. Like usual, it's not they're trying to rush. I don't know what wound up happening, but as far as me trying to get here on time, yeah, Black Mind, Brooke was like, I'm unfriending you, okay? She practically unFacebook friends her in real life. The minute she was like, I'm unfriend again, this B&B is something else. Autumn's in the chat. What's good, Autumn? Autumn says, Albert, it's like when Carly was explaining all the valid reasons why sending Sonny to prison is acidine. Michael was listening in the elevator, was going upstairs and wasn't. Yeah, I was like, yo, what is? Who is the? Yeah, when I did my video, what's good, Makai? Thank you for joining. But yeah, Black Mind, it's and I'm glad you're doing good. It's so stupid. Now Taylor's just out of nowhere like, no, I always want to be with Reg, and you're bad for him. I'm like, what? Lashanta's here. How you doing tonight, Lashanta? Blackman says, yeah. I'm like, yo, listen, I don't understand why this chick is actually going so far out her way to sit there and pretty much hold on to a bum. I don't get that. I'm like, yo, there's no joystick in the world that should be making a woman do something that nuts. I love my joystick. And even I'm just like, you are doing too much, boo. Laura B's in the chat. What's good, Laura B? LaShanta did say it. LaShanta did say, and I saw it in the comment section. LaShanta did say it. Well, to be fair, Spencer was like, it's most likely fake. So he's not 100% sure, but you did sit there and call it. And it's funny, too, because, watching it today, I was like, I thought about you. I was like, yo, LaShanta actually called it. I was like, LaShanta actually called it. Exactly, Black. I was like, she called it. Um, Autumn says, what Taylor and Brooke aren't getting is why in the hell are both beautiful women trying to fight for Reg? They act like he's the cat's meow. The cat's meow. The cat's meow. Yeah, it's so stupid. It's so dumb. My whole thing was like, yo, listen, because Taylor was doing stuff that was out of pocket, to be honest. I'm like, you don't sit there when somebody's trying to leave, you don't sit there and start grabbing her arm like she's not one of your damn children. You know, she's not one of your children. Lashanta said, I'm glad that fake friendship is over. It was never really good from the start. That was the problem because they didn't give them options. Tamara's in the chat was good, Tamara. Gemini's in the chat. How you doing tonight, Gemini? They didn't give them good options from the start. That was the issue. They did not give them good options from the start. Now, if Taylor would have went out with Deacon or something like that, that would have been kind of interesting. That would have been kind of interesting. But they didn't do that. They just had both of the women being single. And so, of course, I got to, I got to give you credit where credit's due. So, of course, it was good to see you, Gemini. It's good to see you, Tamara. Tamara says, what's happening in the soap streets today? They're all good so far. They were all good. Um, yeah, they're actually all good today. Bottom says, if she grabbed my arm like that, I would have exactly. That's how I was like, yo, you wilding out. Valerie's in the chat was good, Valerie. And I was also kind of out of pocket for Taylor because I'm like, I know Taylor may scrap a little bit, but I'm like, really? You grabbing her arm like that? Blackman says to me, are the Sloan from Days and Steffi from Bo could be twins? Mm, well, maybe sisters. I wouldn't sit there and say twins, but Kyrie's is in the chat. How you doing tonight, Kyrie's? Oh yeah, but that was the problem though. Even though that, um brother says Jackson is coming to GH. I wonder who he is. Tracy Steves in the chat was good, Tracy Steves. Ron is in the chat. How you doing tonight, Ron? Um Freddie says, hey Albert, just let you know I'm okay from last Friday and I'm okay tonight, but I'm still kinda okay. I'm glad you're starting to get better. I'm glad you are starting to get better. Yeah, it's good to see you in the chat, Freddie. Julia's in the chat. Was good, Julia. Darby, my friend, how you doing tonight, Darby? But yeah, I don't know who this Jackson. I don't know who this Jackson guy is or girl. Makai says, I wonder if Diane and Tucker are about to pull one over Ashley and Jack. Autumn says, Albert, why wasn't Michael listening to her? Because plot, I always sit there and say this. This was always, oh, okay. Yeah, Valley, I never actually watched All My Children, but this is why I will sit there and say, Autumn, plot over common sense and logic, right? Plot over common sense and logic. This is where it gets to a point where it's like with Michael, it was so stupid. I'm like, Michael's not there talking about Carly, you need to save yourself, right? Yeah, I remember. I remember. You, I remember you was not there saying that before. Um, This is where it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Gemini says I have to do some research. Blackman says, why is Megan marrying her son off her sister on day? You know, something about the fact that he has a trust fund and it ends when he gets 40, so he has to get married before he's 40. And I guess apparently she doesn't want him to be like with a gold digger, needs to be with somebody that's like top tier or whatever. I'm like, yo, she kept talking about keeping it in the family, and I'm like, boy, that's gross. Carrie says Brooke and Taylor are so ridiculous. Just reunite Ridge with his mattress and end this stupid storyline from Valerie says Michael was tripping. So, yes, definitely tripping. Gloria's in the chat. How you doing tonight, Gloria? But yes, Michael was doing more than tripping because the minute Carly was like, listen, without Sonny, they're going to come for me first. And Michael was like, I still think the best option is to turn this into the feds. How does those two sentences make any sense? When Carly just said, my life will be in, our lives will be in danger, and my life will be in danger because they'll come for me first. And so for Michael to sit there and say, I still think the best option is to turn the evidence into the feds. Like, what the? This is why I sit there and say that this is so stupid. This is so dumb. Darby says, before I get started, I would like to say, okay. Freddie, Freddie says, I feel bad for the family, though, because coming to find out it was a teenager boy that was ran over and stuff. Okay, I might have missed something. Harriet says, and Trinas was getting on my last nerves. Didn't even got one nickel in that quarter on who raised Ace. Lashanta says, Sonny getting it from all sides. Yeah, definitely. Denise is in the chat. What's good, Denise? And yeah, no, Gemini. No, it was definitely stupid. Now, I don't understand. Gemini says Michael is an ass and a stupid one. It's at a point where it's just not making sense. This is the problem. Perry says, and Trinas was getting my last nerve. She don't even got one nickel in that quarter on who raises Ace. Julie says, I can't agree with you more. Michael is making zero sense, and I know it's easy to blame these things on the writers, but come on. Who else fault can it be? Lazy? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense because there's a looming threat that will hit the family. And even though Jocelyn should know this, Michael definitely should. When she said 2 years ago they try to come for our family, and the only thing that this idiot Smith is saying is, "Here, take the hard drive. You know what to do with it." Like, what? Did you not just like? Did you not hear the fact that he was also gun? He was also the person that was also gunned down. Did he forget that he was also in a shootout? That his mom was in the shootout when Sonny left? This makes no sense whatsoever. Autumn says, and the Pikeman people are in the video. Who knows how far their reach is beyond prison? And Sonny's associate Brick was in that video and Dex, but Michael don't care about that. Yeah, that's what makes it so stupid. That's what makes it so dumb. Nisha, I've been waiting for that scene with Carly Michael, and it served up really good. It did, but the problem with Nisha, it highlighted a problem. It highlighted just how stupid it really was. CW's in the chat. Was good, CW? Harry said Trina is just starting to get on my nerves. On Jocelyn's level of annoying and entitled, Michael is a complete idiot. Sonny needs to beat the hell out of Michael. Oh, okay, Kyrie. So now I got a question for you. Um, Annoying and entitled. So how was she entitled? I'm very curious about that. Lashanta says Watrina trusts Benson. Today I was kind of on Spencer's side when he wanted to keep the evidence. Latasha's in the chat. Latasha says I'm just going to call him Michael the idiot. I don't see why not. I mean, they're writing him that stupid. Big Nate's in the chat was good. Nate, actually, all of them were pretty good. Curry says when she kept saying that she don't want Esme raising the A's, that's none of her damn business. That's none of her damn business. Hmm. And I agree with that. I do. I actually agree with that. I mean, I get that she wants Esme to pay for what Esme done. I get that part. But you are 100% right, Dom. Gemini says Michael forgot that when Sonny was missing, Carly took his place, and so she knows all the. Yeah, exactly. That's what makes it so dumb. That's Denise said, yeah, bring on. I mean, listen, Denise, at this point, it can only go uphill at that point. Freddie says, I would have left my ass off if Carly slapped Michael across the face. I'm like, yo, take that damn recorder and break it. LaShanta says after double jeopardy, Esmond would get off because Spencer would do something stupid. Yeah, that's very true. That seems about right. Um, Cat Lady's in the chat was good, Cat Lady. Thank you for joining tonight. I hope you had a great day and a great weekend. Julie says the show needs a power couple, and who else can do it but Sonny and Carly? Well, that all depends on Maurice Bernard. He's holding the cards at this point right now. That's the thing. That's the thing. Jimenez says if I were Carly, I would smash. Exactly. That's like I was like, yo, why are you trusting Michael to do the right thing? Like, oh, you need to sit there and destroy the evidence. You really gonna sit there and trust him on that? Autumn says Michael can't see past his own hurt feelings, but you know what I be like, send that video so everyone can blame Michael, and when Sonny enemies start coming after them, including his wife and two kids. Yeah. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. It literally makes no sense whatsoever. Cat Lady says, what do Mason people want with the pikemen? Pikemen or pike line? I think it's pikemen. Could be. Um I'm just this is another part where I'm just like, Avery, you don't have a choice. This is exactly what I'm sitting there talking about. Like, you don't have a choice. CW says I saw tomorrow's YNR Kyle is going to really go off. Go and okay. CW, I'm looking forward to watching that then. I am looking forward to watching that then. Gemini says Carly also knows how dangerous the mob can be with snitches. You would think that Michael would know too, since at one point he took over the business briefly. I'm like, Gemini says Ava should have told Sonny from the jump. He said he would help her already. She knows dang well if she scores information against Sonny, he will handle her the way he used to handle Ava. Don't need that beef. Yeah, I said the same thing. And that's why I was like, when Austin was like, oh, I don't think it's a good idea. What are you talking about? Gemini says when the mob comes after them while Sonny is in jail, Josh and Michael will blame Sonny for that. Yeah, exactly, because they're a bunch of idiots. You're 100% right about that. 100% right about that. Becky D's in the chat. Was good, Becky D? Ron says, who is Trina to say that Esme can be around age? She could say what she wants because of, yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, she's not in a position to. I get that she wants revenge on Esme. Okay, but when you start talking about, oh, you shouldn't be with this person, and I was like, at that point, it's like, Trina, you need to sit there and have some receipts. That's what you need to be doing right now. Laura B says, I'm not surprised that Kyle found out about Phyllis. She sucks at being sneaky. Calculator says Michael was head also for a short time, so they definitely exactly. And you would think, and that's the thing, Cat. Like you would honestly think that at this point that he would know better. That's the problem, and he does. And it's like they're playing him like he's an idiot because this makes sense to him. Jimmy says Josh needs to be schooled on how dangerous Jax really is and some of the legal things he and his brother has done. I agree. Autumn says I kind of want Sonny to find out about Michael and his plot so he can talk some sense into Michael real quick. Also think Miss Wu is Mason's boss and is behind the threat. I feel the problem is Autumn. I feel like it's too easy. It's too easy for Miss Wu to be behind that whole thing. That's the thing. So I can't sit there and say it's Miss Wu. But yeah, I do agree. Like I think Sonny should probably definitely do something. But again, the problem is that this episode highlighted the issues that Michael has as far as putting Sonny to jail. It's like you've been there, and she's literally telling you it's not a good idea, and you're just like, yeah, I think you should do it anyway. Latasha says you're going to be anxious to see how Sonny survived this. He has it coming from all sides. The problem is, Latasha, I don't think that he is. I don't think he's actually going to survive this one. Lashandra says to Mason tied up. Ron says I was right about Sloan trying to. Well, you know what, Ron, you called it. Ron, you called it, my friend. Thank you, Black Money. Hit that like button. Beat that like button's ass. We have 34 people in the chat. I have no idea how many people are. Hit that like button. Where is my? Hit that like button. Okay, so we got 16 likes, so that's something. Um, yeah, if you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. It really does help, Don. Really does help. So thank you, and thank you, Black Mind. Denise Phillips was sarcastic as hell speaking to Kyle. Yeah, no, definitely. Definitely was. But it's so. Now, Freddie says, Ava, the clock is ticking. Better figure out something quick. Cause I just don't understand how she was sitting there acting like she was in charge. That was my whole thing. I was like, boo, you're not in charge anymore. Like the minute that you clock Nicholas over the head and you couldn't find a body and you see Austin there, you're not, you're not, you're not in charge. Oh, I can't do this because it is, and me and Cindy has work. I'm like, Mason doesn't care. I was like, Mason doesn't care. Even though it says, listen, if I was Trina and almost went to jail, Esme would not be able to sleep, and yes, I would make sure she loses her baby. CW says, I have a feeling Zeke is a partner. So that's what I was going to sit there and say, CW. I was like, listen, it's most likely that. That's number one. And number two is going to be with Mason because it has to be something. Valerie says we need Nathaniel back in the chat. Well, you know, Valerie, was you was you in the members chat on Saturday? Because I don't see a Dragon Ball star around your name. So I wonder was you actually there on last Saturday? Nick says if Josh is the one to send Sunny to prison, whatever happens to her family is on her. She should have just went to Australia with her dad. Yes, and I agree with that. I agree with that, Nate. Jess is in the chat. Jess, Jess has become the latest member. Valerie says, "No, I lost my members." Yeah, it was one because I'm not gonna lie, Valerie. When I was like Valerie saying, I was like, Valerie, you're missing a Dragon Ball star next to your name. Well, I hope whenever you get, if you're ever interested in joining, or whenever you want to join back, would definitely love to have you, Valerie. You know who was in the chat on Saturday. So, and just well, pretty much all the members was there know exactly who I'm talking about. Was well, Valerie, you're missed though, so yeah, you know who was in the chat, so we had a great time. W says, well, Nathaniel always shows up at the member stream, hint hint. Well, it's 5 months. Yeah. Thank you, Darby. Yeah. $5. We have a great time. Hell, ask Jess. Ask Jessica. Because she was in the members live stream on Saturday. So how was it? If you don't mind me asking, Jess, how was it? And then being in the members live stream. I also like to ask new people as well, because this was her first time actually being in the live stream. Well, it's a thing to say Jess, but I just want, yeah, I want to know your opinion. I know it was only like the first time being there, but not to put you on the spot. Curry says no, I wouldn't care if I moved on, and I'm not in jail now. It's not like Trina was actually convicted. I get back at her later when she gets the memories back. She wouldn't see me coming. See, Kyrie, this is why I'm on your good side. Jess says it was fun. Yeah, no, we had a great time. We had a great time. So yeah, take it from Jess. Listen, if you're not a member, you want to be a member, definitely definitely join. Carrie says, but I wouldn't inject myself into her child's custody situation because, like I said, it's none of her damn business. I love the fact that Kyrie's put damn in it. Debbie says, oh yeah, please, yeah, hit that like button. I think we're at like 16 likes so far. So if you're enjoying the stream, hit the like button. It really does help. It really does. Like the algorithm and everything like that. It really does help. Kelly says, Autumn, we had Steve Burton here in Philly today. Oh, nice. Comic Con. It made sense. He did play Cloud in one of the Final Fantasy movies. Kelly says, no, hope everything works out. Andrea's in the chat. What's good, Andrea? W says, I like, is that I said the same thing, Darby. I was like, I love the fact he said none of her damn business. Andrea says popping in to say hello, Albert, and I'm watching Warner with my mom the evening right now. I could catch the video later on. Okay. All right. Harry says I need to put that on a t-shirt. Harry, if you put that on a t-shirt, you definitely got to mail me a t-shirt because I will wear it. You know I will. Ron says Albert, what is Sloan trying to accomplish by interfering? She wants more time with Eric's joystick. I mean, and also his kindness, but his joystick. I mean, come on. I can't. I'm so disappointed. Like, I can't even believe that she's going through all that. Like, she needs Eric now. Like, really, you came in there all badass and everything like that during her first time on the show, and now she's all neat. Like, nah, I'm not with it. Andrea says, I'm happy Josh told Dex. Yeah, no, it made sense. It made sense. Why she didn't say it automatically. Freddie says, as much as I would like to see Trina and Spencer be together, if Spencer lies once, then he's going to lie again and cover it up every single time after another. So Trina, I hope, is worth being casted on drama. Yeah. Jess says, what do you think of Spencer turning in fake evidence? I'm cool with it. It's actually really funny, Jess. It was actually kind of the first time in a long time I was like, you know what? I'm okay with it. I literally sat there when Trina was like, no, you need to destroy the evidence. I was like, the hell he does. I literally sat there and watched that episode. I was like, I can't believe I'm on. Ariana's in the chat. Welcome back. Hell of a suitcase to unpack on GH. Yeah, it was good. Michael was an idiot. I actually agreed with Spencer. CW says, is it me or is the writing on B&B becoming so bad that the actors look like they're doing improv? At this point, CW, I would not be surprised. I really would not be surprised. Gemini says, so I read the comments Taylor and Brooke are fighting. Yeah, they're fighting again. Andrew says, as united. Ron says, so Albert, when everything blows up in her face for tampering with their results, what's next for Sloan? Well, she would be disbarred, but it's a soap opera, so who knows? But she's definitely going to get kicked to the curb by Eric. I know that much. Just says if he turns in that, he'll go back to jail. That's why. Exactly. Yeah, I mean that's true. But I understand the impulses that didn't use it. Even if he doesn't use it and he can use it to blackmail, um, Esme, I can see that because even what you call it, Trina was like it's a bad idea. And that's the thing about Trina and Spencer. It's one of those things where it's like, hey Anne, thank you for joining. See, Anne's another person that just joined. And that really does like happens when you hit the like button. Andrea says, I really wish B&B would bring in someone new for Taylor so she can stop acting cray cray. That's the reason. Autumn. This is the reason why this friendship was going to never work in the first place. Was going to definitely not work in the first place. What's good, Double C? Thank you for joining. It's been a minute because they didn't have anyone else to sit there and be with. Just says he definitely going to use it to blackmail. Yeah, he is. Kelly says, I don't know what's the last day for it. They were having it all weekend. That's what's up. What, Kelly, you went there though? Were you went there, like, did you actually see him and stuff like that? Oh, I want to hear the story if you actually saw him now. Ron says, I've been asked this question in the chat. Why does Bell and his writing team hate Taylor's character? Ron, I heard the reason why, but I have my own reasons about that. But yeah, that's a good question. What everyone else thinks about it. Lashata said, "Call his bluff." I have my own theory about it from what somebody actually said. Double C says Zeke's with Jordan. I'm all for it. A lot of people are for it. Double C. Denise says I used to root for Taylor, but something in the scene, the way she was smirking, gloating, and gaslighting me, we want to root for Brooke. Wow, she's really being convincing, conniving, and cold. The son says Brooke not used to nobody manipulating but her. Kelly says no, I was down there, but I didn't go in. Hmm. That's too bad. That's too bad. I know you had your reasons, Kathleen. You know, probably had your reasons, but that's too bad, though. Just as some people were complaining why we don't see the other couples, but does anyone really give an F about Molly or TJ or Sam and Dante? Nope. And that's the problem, Jess. This is the problem when it comes towards this is the problem when it came towards the whole baby thing. This is the reason why most people just weren't invested because no one cared. And I'll just tell you, Sam and Dante are just weird. And yeah, I totally agree with that. Taylor says Jordan was walking around all this time with her. Yeah, it's so bad. It's so stupid. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? She actually turned down dates because she held out hope for a damn scrub. Like, what? Well, I mean, at this point, Zeke. Here's the thing: Zeke's going to come in and he's going to sit there and remedy that whole nonsense. And Autumn says Jordan needs to move on. Like, girl, why are you walking around? Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how many people actually saw my review when I talked about what did I talk about today? Brooke and that damn ice cream. She sat there and licked that ice cream and looked dead in the chaser's eyes. I sat there. I was like, please, please tell me somebody else would. You know, please tell me I wasn't the only person that noticed that. It literally in the beginning, she literally sat there and licked the ice cream and looked straight into his eyes. I guess he just thought that people were just gonna totally forget about that. And I know damn well I didn't. Double C says Jada on days was annoying, but Sloan has a point why Jade is on this case. That's very good. No, you have a and I said that too in my days review. Could have swore I did. Um Andrew said you agree with Spencer that temperature. I was just like, yo, listen, I don't blame them. I don't blame it. At the very least, I'm like, yo, listen, um, because you know she does need to pay for those crimes. So I understood the impulse. I understood the impulse, and let's be honest, the fact that I got to sit there and agree with him on anything, or at least see his side, this is why I like to sit there and think that I'm being somewhat fair. You know, Miss Keys in the chat. Ava is in for her challenge now. Mason got her, and I have an idea who the boss may be. Miss Wood. You know, Miss, I. Hmm. If you're right, if people are right about Miss Wu, then it's like, all right, whatever. But I feel like she's too obvious though. Harry says, I dead ass just ordered a custom T-shirt with a picture of Esme, Ace, and Trina with bold letters. Trina, none of your damn business. I'm gonna post a picture when it arrives. Harry, did you get two? Did you get two? Did you get two shirts? Because I'll definitely wear one. I'm just saying, I definitely wear one. Kelly says I wanted to vomit when they show Chase in Brooklyn. I don't know. Oh yeah, no, I sat there. I was like, I almost want to rewind it back when I first saw that, but I was like, you know what, I have it on my DVR. It won't go anywhere. He said, WC says, you know who also knows Mason Boss is? Why would he know? WC, I'm very curious about that. Andrea said, Ariana says, looking forward to Michael getting his either way it goes. Yeah, it's so stupid. I am looking forward to him getting his comeuppance, but I'm just like, this is so dumb at this point. Autumn says, yes, Sam and Dante are weird, Albert. They share an effing sibling. That's kind of gross. Like, I'm not dating some. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Like I said, I saw Brooklyn looking at damn ice cream. I was like, then she sat there and she was like, "Hey, you want some of this ice cream or something?" I'm just like, yeah. Ron says the storyline with Brooke and Taylor is a waste of time because we, the viewers, knew that they were not going to give Taylor any chances of being with anyone. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. And this is taking forever. But no, Kyrie, seriously. Um, I'll definitely wear that. Ooh, I can only imagine. I can only imagine how much hate, how much visual hate I would sit there and give away in that shirt. Kyrie, seriously, if you order, please order me one. Please order me one. Darby says I'm still like Sloan even after what she did today. I believe that Sloan needs Eric more than Nicole did, and Sloan didn't do anything that Nicole wouldn't. It's not that. It's just you know what it is, Darby. I just feel like Sloan is just this kind of rock star, like when she came in and she was like, take no prisoners. And it's just like, really? First of all, it's hard for me to imagine her needing anyone, but like, Eric? 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 This case said, I think Miss Wu asking gloomy glass about Sunny and Mason that, hey, she may be tied. Plus, Austin is like the mob doctor. It might be. Might be. I don't know. Last day. I'm the only. I'm only taught Josh and Dex not makes no sense. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. That literally made no sense. It was so stupid. Listen, I'm all for the love in the afternoon. I know a lot of people are just like, ew, all these 15 Jews have icky and yucky sex all day, and it's like, yo, listen, they're getting it in. All right, stop hating. They're getting it in. But the montage, yeah, last day, it definitely was not needed. Becky says, I just forgot, lady. Well, last day, how are you doing, my friend? Ooh, I still want to wear that shirt. Aries, I so want to wear that shirt. I don't care. I don't care if we do a trade. Um, you wear it one week, I'll wear it the other week. I want to wear that shirt. Terry says Trina needs to get her some stick. Ooh, don't say it around you know who. Because he hasn't been on the show that long. And I always feel like a montage, like for me personally, I feel like a montage is there. Um, I feel like a montage is there when the character's leaving, not when the character's actually there, you know? it just it just I'm sorry, Jess, but it wasn't I didn't feel like it was needed. He was not leaving, he's still there. Ariana says Brooke is about the money Eric has, and Beverly. I sat there, I was like, it is so weird though. It's so weird. Like, how does Ridge actually like how does that make sense in his head? To sit there and be with somebody who his dad was with. Like that's just gross. I okay. I could listen. I don't care how hot she is. Okay, I tell you this much right now. I do not care if it's the. And I'm not sitting there. Okay, if we have to sit there and pick somebody, I don't care if my dad was with Nina Long. Soulful. Okay, everyone knows who Nina Long is. I don't care if my dad was with Nina Long. There's no way in hell that I would sit there and um I would be with Nina Long at that point. There's just no way. I couldn't do it. Ariana says, "I don't start something too early for the second bottle." I know. Because I'm pretty much like, see, I have to sit there and try to conserve my alcohol because um until Thursday until I get paid. Denise, have a good night, Denise. Thank you for joining. Last day says I'm a good. Josh and Dex said they love each other. There's nothing about each other. I disagree. I disagree. They've been together for a year. I disagree. I respectfully agree to disagree. I didn't feel like the montage was necessary though. Ariana says, yeah, I couldn't get it in with someone who not boost my mom. Yeah, it would just be weird. It's like no, just no. And like I said, I like Nina Long. I do, but unless I want to say goodnight to Denise, it just won't happen. Like, nope, I'm good. No, 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 no. But yeah, I gotta sit there and try to conserve the wine at least until Wednesday. Well, at least until Thursday. Hmm. Now, CW says Brad Barrett is literally trying to rewrite history in order to redeem these characters, but all he's doing is destroying the show. I'm all for character redemption if it's done right, and this isn't. Now, who are you talking about that they're trying to redeem? Is this Brooke? CW says. Last day says, well, they're talking about something other than Sunny, who lives rent free, and Josh said, yeah, for me, just doesn't work as a couple. I mean, yeah, I'm not a fan when they start talking about Josh. I mean, when they start talking about Sunny, then it starts to really get a little kind of like annoying and stupid. Taylor says, how about you two keep cutting the chat? Is anyone else seeing it? Yeah, is anyone else seeing it? Because now it's just kind of weird. I haven't seen it, but oh, the Logans in general. Okay. Ron says, Albert, I guess that Nate's really disgusting. All he does is sleep around, and these women are no better. But I'm not to disagree with you, Ron. You know me. I love love in the afternoon. I love love in the afternoon. Curry says now the way I would support Trina's would be if she really that mad with Esme did and run up on her and beat her ass, but don't go after her child for revenge. That's trifling. Paris is not playing tonight, but also, you know who isn't here. So just get it all out now, because you know when you know who's here, that person may have some smoke for you. Just saying. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan. I mean, I don't know. I'm I get that she wants her in jail, right? Memories and no memories. The child part is a little bit different though. I think that's where it's like, I want Esme to keep her child and stuff, but I understand the idea of revenge and stuff, because even though that she doesn't remember, it doesn't mean that it didn't happen. It doesn't mean that she didn't have fear of going to jail for something she didn't do. The fact that Molly was just like, oh, you should sit there and just take the plea deal. Okay, Molly. Freddie says after the whole SEC storyline is over, I hope they'll do a special episode for Carly of finding out. Yeah. They're gonna do that at some point. I believe that they're gonna do that at some point. Ariana says, "I better just you know exactly." Ariana, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, my boy's gonna have some smoke. So this is all out now because when you know who comes through. Kyrie says the only part of Carly checking Michael that I didn't care for is when she was like, if Dex goes to jail, Josh won't be so upset. I'm like, F how Josh feels. F how Josh feels. But yeah, Ariana, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Ron says, how can Nikki and Victor accept this player in their family? All he does is jump from one woman to the other. Well, I guess with Victor, he does have a soft spot for Nate. Nikki, I don't know about Nikki. Nikki is just the definition of bougie. Um, she's so upset with Diane. I was like, see, this is my problem with Nikki. Nikki's the type of person who will sit there and complain, and I'm like, bro, you have a maid and you don't even really have to work. Like you come into the office for fun. I don't really care what you got going on with yourself. Like I really don't. Um, that's my whole thing. Curry says, Albert, you acting like I wasn't going off on trainer last week, even when that person, you know damn well I'm not backing down. Oh, I know that, Kyrie. So, okay, to be fair, Kyrie, so I kind of wish that other person was in the chat, to some extent, because well, this person's always getting on me every time I sit there and say the little things. Um, Literally, I would sit there and say the little things. Not saying you can't handle yourself. I'm just saying. Everyone else says it'd be lit like a 4 a alarm. It'll be lit. Yeah, you know that. Yes, Ariana. Yes. No, all jokes aside, Kyrie's. I just wish certain people just wouldn't take it so seriously. Get so overly emotional over these characters. In all reality, I'll sit there and joke from like Kyrie's best sit there and chill out with that. In all reality, I wish you didn't. I wish I didn't actually have to sit there and say that. You know, not something to tell you to never sit there and speak your mind, but it's like the fact that I got to sit there and be like, oh, well, who's gonna sit there and have smoke with you? It's like, seriously. But yeah, that was very true. Though you did not give a damn, and I was here for it. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Freddie says Michael didn't give a damn about Dex at that point because Dex was in the video with Sonny, Brick, and the rest of the Pikeman deal people. Yeah. Harry says no one of these characters are going to get spared the ride. Yes. See, Harry, this is one of the many reasons why I rock with you. One of the many reasons. It's my guy right there. Kyler says if you say the name three. Kyler says if you say the name 3 times, it will appear. Yes. Yeah, I missed this. I missed this. Really, really did. Really did. I was having a very shitty day yesterday. And I just felt like I did get back at a certain time, but I felt like it just, my mood was kind of ruined. And I didn't want to bring that into the chat. So, I did get back early from doing laundry. I was like, hell, it was, my mood was so ruined that I actually didn't even want to do any research last night or today. So thank you everyone in the chat for making my day a lot better and putting me in a good mood. Lashanta says you see Michael trying to guilt her. Yeah, you gotta do it for the families. You gotta be here for the family. Janet is in the chat. The amazing, gorgeous Janet is in the chat. Let's everyone say what's up to Janet. Seriously, let's everyone say what's up to Janet. Lashanta says Sunny knows Ava too well. Autumn says I really think Jason needs to recast Jason, the Corinthos family. I part of me wants that, but the other part of me is like, yo, listen, if Steve ever came back, we're not gonna sit there and do that whole switcheroo thing again. Carrie says Saturday was yes. It was fun in general. We had a great time on Saturday. Jess came into the chat. Jess became a surprise member, so that was pretty awesome. And yes, Double C, hit that like button. It really does help. Jess came in there. You had who in the chat. So that was a lot of fun. So yeah, definitely join. If you're not a member, join. We really do actually have. It's a different energy. Not that I don't love this energy, but it's a different energy, and you'll see that as Jess pointed out in the chat. Ariana says, no sparing, no sparing. The ride is one of the reasons I still ride with you, Kyrie, and going on. Me because he brings it every time. Yeah, no. Kyrie is my guy. Yes, hit that like button. We had like 38 something people. Yes, Autumn, beat that like button ass. Okay, I'm sorry if I made that loud for everyone, but seriously, hit that damn like button now. I am loving these. I'm loving these little thumbnails that. Okay, so we got 28 likes. We got 36 people. So yeah, if you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. Really does help. Like Autumn says, beat that like button's ass. Yeah, Ariana, it was great. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I had a really good time. Part of me was like, no, I'm still kind of glad I didn't do it on Sunday because I really was not in a good mood. But I'm glad I'm doing it tonight. Bobby says we all know if someone doesn't. Whoa! Got a special guest up in the building, DC. DC said, "Can you imagine my surprise last week seeing Sinclair from Living Single playing nursing Whitney? Are we calling her fake Paulina, I love being spoil free. I did not see Abe getting kidnapped coming. Do you see how? Okay, for the people in the chat again, how is retirement working out for you? How is retirement going? I love the new picture, by the way. That's right, the one and only. Autumn says, I think Ava should tell Sonny about that Mason problem so he can. I wish that would happen to him. I don't understand. It's so stupid why they didn't do that. Yes, DC. How are things going in your world? How are things going in your world? You know what people want to know? DC says retirement is lovely. The soaps are surprising me left and right. And yes, I went bald. I called it the bald and the beautiful. See what I did there. Okay, I gotta see. Yeah, see, that's the thing now. When you're not on YouTube that much, you're not on Twitter, you can generally be surprised. And see, with me, because I kind of want to know stuff ahead of time and stuff like that, I do get hit with these spoilers. So it's different though too, DC. Because DC was they're telling me, DC said, I mean, I found out last Thursday Victor died. Still trying to figure out how that happened. But okay, so DC, I got to sit there and ask you something. Are you enjoying the soap operas more because you're not actually because you're not reviewing them? As a fan, are you enjoying the soap operas more because you're not reviewing them? I want to sit there and see what DC says. And with Dimitri being Megan's son was a good twist. I liked it. Ron said delusional fans were saying, "How dare you take picture with her? She stole your husband." And no, Cindy didn't steal Laura Ray's husband. The camera is off. They have a drink or two. What? Oh, that's nuts, Ron. Now, DC says, I do enjoy them more as a fan, not reviewing them honestly. It allows me to just get into it like the old days. Yes. See, there's a difference. There is a difference between watching it just as a fan and watching it from a reviewer's point of view. Because from a reviewer's point of view, you are looking for the bad. You're not just sitting there just living in the moment, just taking it as it is. Not to sit there and say that you can't sit there and point out some bad stuff that's going on, but it's different when you're more critical of an episode, and that's what it really comes down to. And just as a fan, you could just enjoy it. Now D says, yes, they gave Sharon a damn story. Why am I slamming a damn desk for? But yes, they gave her a story. Yo, Nick threw his ass out of plane. Nick literally threw him out of a plane. Lashanta says Albert Victor don't want Adam to go after Newman Media, but Vicky says she's coming for Adam. Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, why? Well, actually, take you, Lashanta, I understand that. Adam's company isn't doing well. He literally has to practically build that company back from the ground up. So, um, it doesn't have the strength to sit there and really go up against Newman Media. So I understand that. It actually does make sense. And yeah, no, Ron says, yes, the actress playing Nina and Carly are friends in real life. They took pictures together, and fans were saying how did what? You know what? I'm saying what like I'm surprised. And I know in reality I shouldn't be surprised of anything because some people can just literally lose their effing minds. And why is this taking so long? Um, DC says, and everyone knows Phyllis is alive. I praise the good Lord. This didn't get dragged out. This didn't get dragged out. Everyone take notes. Phyllis is what happens. Phyllis is what happens when you don't get your insecurities. It's crazy. DC, I've learned so much from you. Certain things that you have done in your reviews, I've done in mine. Certain signs. So, like Zeke coming back. Okay, I'm gonna start to get depressed. It's like already half empty. That's awesome. Oh, man, if you have to sit there and not have any wine tomorrow. Okay, well that's. I'll have to think about that. Now, Becky says, "Yeah, Valerie, you look good with a Dragon Ball star. She does look good with Dragon Ball. Oh, she has a Dragon Ball star. Oh my god, I was also really drunk. And yes, you actually really do. That is awesome. Now, Lorby says, "Oh my god, Kyrie's. Kyrie's. I don't know what I did to deserve you, but I'm very grateful. Seriously, in the chat, let's everyone thank Kyrie's for just being generous and awesome. Um, and DC is a member again. Yes, seriously, let's thank Kyrie's for just being for just being awesome. DC says yes. The VP of Boston Enterprise had returned briefly. So it's good to sit there and see you in the members chat. We had who in the chat before. So Rod says, Albert, you said that a fan told the actress playing Nina I would slap you. Don't I trust me, Ron, I did not forget that. It's kinda hard to forget that. It was stupid. It wasn't just stupid. It was kinda creepy. Yes, Lord B. Kyrie's is awesome. Monique is in the chat. What's good, Monique? It's all good, Monique. Whenever you're here, I appreciate you. Seriously. Harry says no. Darby has gifted the membership. Oh, Darby. Darby, you awesome person. Oh my god. It's really funny. I feel like you've been gone for so long, Monique. I was actually thinking about you today. DC says, "Who is this? You know who person you or guys are mentioning is giving Lord." You know what I'm talking about, DC. That person was in the chat. I don't want to sit there and say who that person is, but I will. I will message you later on. I don't want to give that person's presence away. No, Darby, you are awesome. Thank you. And also, Kyrie, you're awesome too. Seriously, you are. Monique says it's Michael brain made. Because what Carly said isn't clicking at all. He sends Sonny to jail. Monique, this is what I said. Plot over logic and common sense. And I'm being dead ass serious too. Monique says I was busy. I was working 2 to 10 p.m. all week. Got busy. I figured that much, but it's always good to have you in the chat. So you definitely have been missed. W says I guess it's back to the bottle of water, Albert. Oh God. Perry says Darby even more awesome. Thank you, Darby. No, Darby is awesome. Darby is awesome. Bottled water. I don't even want to think about that. Ariana Darby. I just, when you said bottled water, Albert, I was like, oh, that sounds so. Yeah, yeah. Um, LaShanta says, do you think Ned's going to find out Marty called that's a thing? I think it will be found out. I just feel like it's going to take too long. Yes, no, I love seeing his character as well. Like I said, I said this from day one. I'm like, listen, Mason has brought um Austin's character, Austin storyline back from like the brink of death at this point. DC says getting my star back makes me feel like I'm a board member again at Boxic Enterprises. I'm back at a share. No, but it's good to see you though, DC. It's good to see you for real. They never actually said they never actually said what his job is. Darby says it's on and pop, my friend Kyrie. You are the Black Bruce Wayne. Yeah, yeah. I can actually see that too. Jonathan, my friend, how are you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Hope you had a great weekend. DC says, guys, how beautiful was it that Nate finally got the chance to sit and chat with his future father. I just hope Victor doesn't give him a hard time. Nate has been through enough. Hmm. You know, DC, in some ways, because some ways I'm sitting there reading that sentence and I'm like, I can't tell if you're joking or you're being half truthful because he has been through a lot. Okay, he has definitely been through a lot. But some of the stuff that he's done has been of his own volition now. Like no one made him cheat. No one made him sit there and try to betray his family or anything like that. Now CW says you sure love you some Nate. Oh, DC, did you actually watch General Hospital today? I kind of don't want to sit there and spoil it for him if he didn't see it, even though he is in the spoiler zone. But DC, let me know if I did like when Kyle and told Phyllis out, and I was like, when Phyllis said the cow, what's the difference? Yeah. The one and only Nathaniel's in the chat. Let's everyone say what's up to Nathaniel. Mr. Gray, aka Captain Inconvenience. That was really funny. We actually just meant to talk about your character too. Literally. We were literally sitting there talking about that. Freddie says Mason is here. Yes, that is very true. Anna says, I heard from Silver Rumors that Zeke is going to be part of the Pikeman deal. I don't know what part, but it's not good. Nathaniel says my ears are. It's funny. We were actually literally sitting there talking about you like maybe 10 minutes before you got here. Okay, 15 minutes. Ariana says, love seeing Mason today, Mr. Gray. I just sat there and I looked at Ava. I was just like, you act like you have a choice. Like, that was the part. It was like, listen, Ava, I love the fact that you're sassy and everything. But if you were part of the Jerome family, that's right. Let's everyone say what's up to Nathaniel, aka Captain Inconvenience. I actually like that name better. I used to think call him Mr. Inconvenience, but Becky says LOL and great. Yes, good to see you here and on screen. Bobby said your scene and Jordan and Zeke were the best parts of yesterday. Yeah, but also the what you call it though too. Um Carly and Michael. Kyrie says she does have a choice. Just tell Sonny and let him handle it. Kyrie says right. Ron says Nathaniel Gray, what is your take on actors being harassed on Twitter because of the writing and your actors do a good job? Johnson says I always knew that Mason is connected to a bigger storyline. It makes sense because they wouldn't just sit there and just bring in the character and just kind of keep him around for like no reason. So yeah, I feel like I need a drink to sit there and read this sentence. Hold on. Now Nathaniel says, seriously, I don't write for Mason, so don't blame me for what Mason does. Also says Ron, I think the people who that are that busy worrying about other people writing needs to get a job or a girlfriend or a friend or a dog or Jesus or I feel like there was something else. Counseling, yes. Jesus the counseling. Therapy. Yes, Jesus the therapy. Yeah, Valerie, yeah, we into the second drink. Becky D, have a good night. Thank you for joining. It's always a pleasure to see you in chat, for real. Hey. He's not wrong. He is not wrong. Justice says for Sloan Center. I'm I'm so disappointed by that. I really am. I'm really disappointed by that. I feel like she's such a badass character. It's like you doing all this for pretty much a bum. Like, what are you doing? DC says, but anyway, to avoid future spoilers, I'm gonna head out. Nathan, great to see you. I'll be Bostic Enterprise and the company. Good night. I wish I just wish Nikisha was on tonight. Sadly, I miss her. You know, so to get to sit there and see Queen Akeisha. Anita is in the chat. What's good, Anita? Thank you for joining. I hope you had a great day. And also a great weekend, too. Autumn says, hope the baby storyline. Oh, yeah. Again, I was so disappointed with Sloan. I'm like, what are you doing, Bob? Like, seriously, what are you doing? And I didn't miss someone. Hold on. Autumn says, yeah, but since Michael was getting to the point today, I think someone should turn in that video just to see how dire the fallout will be. You know what, Autumn? I'm actually with that. I'm actually with that. I'm with that. Now somebody said Danny. Where's Danny's in the chat? Yeah, okay. Danny says, hey Albert, sorry I have not been on your chat and let you know, make a Snapchat have a lot of views. Okay, Dan, you know what? I think I have Snapchat. So what I'll do, Danny, is that I'll give you my Snapchat and I'll follow you on Snapchat. That's what's up, though. And as I said, Albert, I had a 104 company. You did too. I did to some extent. Um, but it's good to see you, Anita. Harry says, DC, when you said Nikisha, you gotta put the fan favorite or queen, or it would determine on. Nikisha's actually really cool, though. That's why I always sit there and put Queen Nikisha in there. Harry said, hit the like button. There are plenty of room for everyone in the back. We got celebrities showing up here. Darby, you are awesome, and you are 100% right. And we got 39 people in the chat. And I'm kind of afraid to sit there and see where our likes are. But um, okay, so we got 28 people 28 likes, 39 people. So if you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. It really does help. No, but seriously, hit the like button now. So Albert, you really think that Sloan will get her license revoked for? Mm, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. I doubt. You know what? Here's the thing, Ron. I doubt. I think in a real world situation it would happen, but for story purposes, if she's not a lawyer, what is she gonna just be? Besides a hot chick. Besides a semi hot chick. W says, how do you know that Jesus isn't in this chat? I don't. But yeah, no, Darby, she's celebrating her son, which is actually pretty awesome. So yeah, definitely congratulations to her son. That is definitely a milestone. That is definitely an awesome moment. Autumn says so you can get the point and be like, yeah, yeah, exactly. And it'll be one of those too little too late sort of situations. Johnson says, I'm glad Carly pointed out, Michael, what I've been saying. But see, that's the thing. Jonathan, did you see his? Okay, so did you see his response to him? That's the thing. Carly laid down facts. This is something I always sit there and say: plot over common sense and logic. Okay, so the logic is what Carly was saying. The plot was what Michael was saying. It's so stupid, but you do understand what I'm saying, though, right, Jonathan? I know I'm not that tipsy yet. Lashanta said, Josh, to hide headed Carly, better get rid of it. Listen, I said that on Friday. Carly better get rid. Yeah, exactly. But let's just do a count. Do you honestly think that Carly's gonna get rid of that? Gonna get rid of that evidence? Like seriously, let's stop and think about that. Darby says outside her brother Eric is the only family Sloan guy she needs him. I mean, I can see that, but I'm also just like, you need a bum? I mean, damn, I know times are desperate, but Jesus. Spike Quick, hey, um, Spike Quick, we had Daniel in the chat, so, but no drama or anything like that happened. So, but you know, it's still somewhat early. Johnson says Michael is too stubborn with his petty vent. Exactly, but you understand just how stupid that is, though, right? CW says, unfortunately, in Michael's head, it was light on, but nobody's home. So dumb. Justice America learns the truth, he will be free. Oh, yeah, he's going to definitely kick her to the curb. There's no doubt about that. Um, I guess eventually she'll wind up hooking up with EJ. Kerry says Michael is extremely dumb. I'm sure the actor probably has a headache doing those. I wouldn't be too surprised. I do follow certain people on Twitter. I follow Chad Duell. I follow who's the actor that plays Adam now? I follow him too. Damon, how have you been, Damon? I want to have Zeke. A lot of people are sitting there saying that. I'm assuming that's my first. Either it's going to be Pikeman or it's going to be with Mason's group. And Damien, how have you been? You've been a minute. Kelly says maybe Mason's boss is Faith. Yeah, because they didn't kill her off screen. I mean, they didn't kill her on screen. So you know what they say. You don't die on screen, then you don't technically die for some odd reason. Um, LaShawn just says everyone knows Michael is intelligent. His anger is blinding him. Yeah, there's also plot too, but yeah. Autumn says, I hope Carly get rid of it. I will break the flash drive and stomp on it or flush it down the toilet. And I wouldn't even flush it down the toilet. I would just break it. Maybe throw it into the river in pieces or something. Okay, well, Damien, it's just good. It's good to have you in the chat. That's all. Flight Quick says Jax has done nothing important since he got shot, but hopefully they'll start doing something important. Yeah, but I mean, they're not bad to watch though. Like they actually did have a meaningful conversation today, Spike Quake. They didn't just have love in the afternoon, which is very, 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 very important. And I want to sit there and stress just how important that is. It's very important. But they actually have a meaningful conversation. Lobby said, "I don't care who the boss is, as long as she's not boring." Now, Lobby, what makes you think it's a she? Johnson said, "I think EJ will be even more furious with Sloan because he fell in love with a child that, yeah." Here's the thing, Jonathan. She did this all for a bum and a joystick. But you know what? As disappointed as I am with Sloan, it's nothing compared to my utter disappointment with Talia. So I quick said, "Look, Josh did look good. I won't lie. Oh no, she definitely looked good, Spider Quake. She definitely did." She definitely did. That's too bad for Marcus Ron. Freddie says the people that harass actors on Jesus wrong because they ain't got nothing better to do. They got, then they go get that sex. Yeah, I'm like, yo, it's insane. Kelly says, mate, Albert Mason, Austin both said she. Oh, okay. You're probably right. No, you are right. Thank you, cat lady. I think I probably might have blinked out when I saw Brooklyn licking that damn ice cream. I think that's when I blinked out. Harry says Sonny needs to beat Michael's ass. Some fathers say that line, I can't treat you like my son, or I can treat you like a man in the streets. I never heard that line before, but I rock with it though. Darby says, no, I like Carly, but her history is loaded with short-sighted plans. She also sees a lot of herself in Josh. Yeah, that's why she didn't want her hooking up with Dex. Ron says Sloane's gonna say that she did it for love, I guess. Yeah, that's my whole thing is Ron. I don't have a high opinion of I don't have a opinion of Eric. That's my whole thing. I was like, I don't have a high opinion of Eric because I'm like, listen, I get that he has looks, but besides that, I'm like, yo, she can do better. She can do better. I mean, at least when he was a priest, it was like he had a job, and I'm like, come on. No, okay, you're okay. All right, you know what? Yeah, that's definitely something I did miss. Well, okay. Lashanta, and I guess Zeke is with the Pikeman group then. Freddie says Brooklyn was you. I sat there and I looked at that and I was just like, listen, it's already one thing you looking at ice cream. It's another thing you listen. She sat there and did it and looked straight into his eyes when she did it. Like, come on. You can't play that off. Justin says I'm still calling it Faith Roscoe. It's the mystery boss. You know, Jonathan, I would say this much. If you're right about the whole thing, I will definitely give you your credit. Darby says, I think they're going to push Sloan on Rafe or EJ. I was just going to say EJ because Rafe and Jada seem like they're going to be a thing. Damon says yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. No, never mind. Ron says, all right, Ron says, I know you're going to disagree with me, but if Belle doesn't want the Taylor character, then don't waste your time on the show. Oh no, they want the Taylor character, Ron. They just don't want her in the way that you think that they want her. They want her in a way where it makes Brooke look um like the hero. Okay? So they gotta sit there and practically bring Taylor down to prop up um Brooke. Harry says also Sonny is a mob boss. Do you really think a real mob boss will let his son get away with that hmm. Lashanta said, didn't Jason kill it? Yeah, but it was off screen though. You know, in my personal opinion, whenever you kill somebody off screen, if you didn't kill them on screen, they're not dead. Oh, Jess, since you're in the chat, just a little side note, since you're in the chat, because I'm on episode 8, right? I'll say this much about you. The one thing I was sitting and say about you, I'll get right back to the soaps and stuff. The one thing I'll sit there and say about you is I can understand why some people were kind of disappointed. I'm only on episode 8, but I'm like, if you couldn't make it with love, like if you couldn't make it work with love, and this chick was willing to kill for you, why the hell are you sitting there trying this with Kate? Just saying, like, what do you think about who the killer is? It made sense. I didn't watch the end yet, but it made sense. I had a problem because I was like, yo, listen, love was literally the definition of ride or die, right? And he pretty much screwed that up. But you decide like, all right, I'm gonna give this Kate chick a chance. Like, what do you? Ariana says good night. Like, have a good night. Thank you. Yes. I appreciate the well wishes for Hell Day tomorrow. I'll definitely be thinking about you when I go to Starbucks. Yeah, I mean, just besides the accent, I get that she has this little. Her sassiness could be a little bit too much. Her sassiness, like after a while, that could just be kind of irritating. I'm like, yo, listen, love was literally, she literally killed for you. Like, what do you? Hey, Andrea. But yeah, Jess, yeah. Jess said I hated her. Johnson's Albert give Kelly props if give props to give props if his favorite. Oh yeah, yeah. I'll definitely give y'all both props to it. Have a good night, Andrea. Good night, everyone. And then, hey, Albert, is it? I don't understand. Is it good night or is it hi? I'm lost. Jess is like I hated her. I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? I'm like, love, and you had a child. You know what? I may do a little video on my thoughts on you. Curry says Eric Brooke as kissing for us as BR. And that's something exactly, Curry. I don't understand that. Like, bro, how do you sit there and you look at that whole thing? And you're just like, um, you, Ridge literally is dating somebody and had a child with somebody who your dad messed around with. Yeah, no, Jess, that's what I was thinking about doing a video on that because I was just like, oh, thank you, Andrea. I just, W says if I had to choose between Olivia Jerome or Faith Roscoe, I would choose Olivia because Olivia was better suited for the mob. Like, even though she's nutty as a freak. Your voice in the chat, which name sounds eerily similar to someone else. Um, Zeke will have the answer to Laura if he even thinks about messing with Spencer. Uh, I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about all that. I'm not gonna lie. That name does sound very similar to another name. So I'm gonna sit there and say this just to kind of cut it a little bit short. Um, I don't know if you're the other two voice from when that dude was not there acting up, but as long as you keep things chill in the chat, we won't have a problem. I went to the wrong one. Darby says, "Do you mean you as Jess or?" Oh no, Darby. I mean like you, like the show. Just says you're on a. What do you think will happen to Miranda? Now is Miranda the chick with the child, or is Miranda the student that actually found out that this chick was being kept in a little glass? Like, is that the chick that was a little bit too nosy for her own good? Jonathan, oh my God, thank you. Johnson says if Gwen and Dimitri couple up, do you think Xander will get jealous and try to warn? Mm, I think I'll be disappointed. I think you're right, but I'll be so disappointed because I do like the stuff with him and Chloe. Like oddly, because Chloe has not exactly been a really like a character that I like lately. So it'll be kind of I'll be so disappointed if he got jealous. I'll say that much. Ron says I'll be better be prepared for this voice person to just officially maybe they're using another. I'm hoping not. I am. I'm hoping not because I'm just like I really don't feel like block. Because here's the thing, Ron. I don't feel like blocking somebody's name just because their name is Voice. If it's a different person. Oh, have a good night, Tamara. Thank you for joining. And oh my God, thank you again. But no, just to answer that question, I can unfortunately see him doing something like that, and I'll be disappointed because I actually do like Xander and Chloe together for some odd reason. Just as Miranda not. Oh, I don't think she's gonna get. I don't think she's gonna get killed. Because you know, here's the thing, John. Here's the thing, Jess. She reminds me of the last chick, that he was sending money to. So I don't think anything's gonna end up happening to her. Yeah, no, Jess, I'm a little kind of tipsy at this point, but I don't think. Yeah. Oh, the black girl. Oh, not the black girl. Yeah. Well, if it's the 'cause I feel like when she went downstairs and she saw that chick in the glass, I was just like, you know what they say about cat and the curiosity. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I can't read what that actually says, but no, I don't think she's gonna get killed. Also, I'm just like, yo, when did this dude actually just have a twin? Like that was something else that just kind of bothered me a little bit. Like he literally tortured him to like get some sort of answers, and then he just walks out like, oh yeah, he didn't know. And I'm like, wait, what? He just I think I'll be able to talk about it more when I get to like the last two episodes, but I'm just like, how convenient that he just happened to have a twin. Have Polo is just repetitive. Yeah, Ron, I'm not gonna I I'm just looking at the whole thing. I'm like, Ron, I don't. The fact that every time you want to sit there and say that you want Sheila to be pregnant just makes me laugh. So I appreciate you. Johnson said, "Did you see on Day's preview with A watching?" Yes, I did. That was actually funny. it was legit funny when because I actually I saw it before I went to the live stream and I was like, this is like legit funny. Lord B says Ron and his shit. That's why I had to sit there and laugh. That's why I had to sit there and laugh, Lord B, because I'm like Ron, and once again in his damn Sheila in his pregnancy storyline. Just says Albert he doesn't have a twin. No one looked long enough to die. Um, I don't know. Yes, okay. I feel like if I ask you a question, it's going to spoil it, but he literally just finished torturing this person, and then the dude came out and he was like, he was right. He didn't know anything we were sitting there asking. And Joe had that look on his face like he was really shocked. Like, what did I just do? Like, I just practically killed an innocent man. Oh, it's all good, Josh. I'm gonna sit there and try to watch it sometime this week so we can sit there and talk about it. And besides, it's all good. Well, I mean, long as you don't spoil anything, it's all good. Because honestly, to tell you the truth, it came out like a couple of Oh my god, Darby, you goddamn rock star. Musahako. Darby, thank you. See, this is why actually I wish I can see it more on StreamYard like I used to on YouTube. Darby, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's everyone thank Darby. Seriously, let's everyone thank Darby. Darby says no pun, no cat puns, aber cat lady. No, but seriously, thank you, Darby. Oh my God, thank you. Darby is yeah, he's Darby is definitely generous and just a rock star. Yeah, definitely thank Darby. I also have no idea where we are with the likes. Oh my God, Darby, you are amazing. Yes, that's right. Let's everyone show um Darby some love for real. Have a good night, Ron. Yes, I will see you tomorrow. We could sit there and talk more about Sheila and her baby storyline because that just puts a smile on my face. No, but seriously, thank you, Darby. You are amazing. And just on a side note, it just really does go to show you just um how much people believe in the membership thing, how much fun we have during our membership live streams. Because we really do actually have a lot of fun. And not just because people do pop up, but we generally do have a good time now. Lashana says, I bet when Sarah comes back, everyone will kick rocks. Oh no, Spike Week, not tonight. If anything, oh shit. If anything, I would sit there and say maybe it would be Tuesday. I might go for Tuesday. I might go for Tuesday. If I can, yeah, I might go for Tuesday. If I do it, I might go for Tuesday. I'll sit there and test it out. I'm kind of nervous though, Spike Week, because I'm just like I don't know if I actually have enough material. CW says, I'm going to call it night too. Good night, everyone. Especially Kyrie's and Darby. You guys rock. Yes. Kyrie's and Darby. Seriously. No, it just I want people to understand that, you got Kyrie's, you got Darby and their gift of memberships because they really do believe in it. We really do have a good time. That's not to say that I don't have a good time here, but like I said, it's just a different vibe. It's a different vibe. So thank you again. And we're gonna actually have a really good time during our YouTube membership. Certain things that I do sit there and talk about only in my membership stuff, some stuff that I do kind of reveal about myself. Um, and we're always with this spelling team. So join. Okay, we got 36 likes and 33 people. Okay, cool. Um, you can. Oh, have a good night, Lashanta. Thank you for joining. It was great to see you in the chat. Yes. Good night. Good night to Ron. Ron was Ron always makes me laugh. Ron always makes me laugh. Johnson says, I think EJ will be angry at Sloan at first, but they will end having intense interactions and then develop romantic feelings for each other. Yeah, I can, Jonathan, I can actually see that he does love his messy women. And if one thing actually showed is that Sloan can definitely be messy. I'm not gonna lie, when she got up and she was walking around with that whole Sloan thing, I was just like, so this chick is pretty much um I don't want to sit there and say a Victoria's Secret model, but she definitely did actually have on um but have a good night, LaShanta. She definitely did have on some very scandalous kind of clothes that well, if this was the daytime, you definitely would not actually you would definitely not be able to see that though. Annette is in the chat. How you doing tonight, Annette? Harry says I never but broke as a heron can't. But Carrie, you know what this they're doing as far as the whole Brad Bell thing now. You know what they're doing. Which I'm not a fan of. And what the hell is YouTube doing now? Debbie says it's fun buying membership because it's like a rotate seeing who gets no, but no, in all reality, Darby, I really do appreciate you. I really do. You, Kyrie's, everyone in the chat, but Darby, I appreciate you. Um, gift the memberships. It not to get all teary eyed, but it really I really appreciate that. You know that you believe in me and the membership thing. We really do have a good time. So like if Darby's not there gifting memberships, it's for a reason because we do generally have a good time. But have a good night, Lorby. Thank you for joining. Lorby's another member. And we got DC back in the chat. So DC's gonna be in the chat and he has a good time. And if you notice, Nathaniel is a member. So You want to get some tea spilled and stuff like that. Definitely come through. Daisy Flowers in the chat. How are you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Johnson says, "Wait, Wiley from All My Children is coming to GH and reprising this role." Somebody actually said. There was a lot of people that actually said, "I gotta sit there and see who this person is." I'm gonna look them up. Because do you think that Carly is going to use it? I feel like she's not going to use the evidence, but I feel like um Jackson Morgan. I'm gonna look that up. I feel like Jocelyn will. I feel like Jocelyn will sit there and lose it. Will use it. Deja Plus is every theory that Ava will be the one to release the video. Hmm. Daisy Flower, I'll tell you this much. If you're right, I will definitely give you credit. I'm being dead ass serious. I would literally give you credit. Wow, okay. So Darby says the show needs EJ angry and the show really sucks with a nice EJ. Darby, I will sit there and say this, as long as they actually do a balance, because I do like a nice EJ because it shows a balance. It basically sits there and says that EJ isn't always a dick, right? He isn't always like the spawn of the devil. But it's nice to know that he can actually throw down, you know? So I'll say that much. And it's funny too. Just as Ava taking a tape will be interesting. Just it would be interesting, but if she used it to like turn in Sunny, um, if she used it to turn in Sunny, I feel like, I mean, first of all, she'd be letting out her daughter. So I don't feel like she'll be able to really use it for anything. Like maybe if she hated Sunny, it would make sense. But Deja Flo says she will hear about through walkie-talkies, Carly, or Ava for Christmas. Like Quick says that would make sense because if Jocelyn turns Sunny in, Carly will still get locked up. But if Carly turns Sunny in, it will make a deal. Not not necessarily true on Spike Quake because if Jocelyn gave them the tape on the condition that her mom would go free, they'll take it. They would literally take a Spike Quake. And why are you taking? Darby says I heard a rumor that AJ mom Susan is coming back. Somebody actually said the same thing, which honestly tells you I'm glad for because I wasn't. Listen, first of all, I didn't like the fact that why is I don't like the fact that I'm about to throw this phone somewhere. Um, I lost my damn train of thought. Carrie says she finally has joint custody of Avery. She better not throw that away with that tape because she would never win that type of battle with Sunny. Yeah, now yeah, it would definitely be counterproductive to what she's trying to do. Big Flush said I think Mason would threaten Avery. Well, she would have to kidnap her first. If he kidnapped her, then yes, I can totally see that. If he did that, then I'm like, yeah, okay. Then if Ava actually had the evidence, I can see her turning against Sunny. I think Mason would threaten it. Okay, I just heard that. Deja Flower says it's not like Deja Flower says it's not going to be Josh because that's too predictable. You know, you actually have a point. You have a point. Um, Deja Flower, you have a point. I mean, you know, granted, we to be fair, Deja Flower. Now, I can't speak for anyone else, but if Josh did actually turned in evidence against Sunny, I would roast her ass to Kingdom Come. But you are 100% right. It would be way too predictable. Have a good night, Gemini. Thank you for joining. Hope I get to see you tomorrow. It's always great to see you in the chat. Yeah, I have to look up who this Jackson character is. I have to look it up. But no, Jesse, if the deal actually went right, she wouldn't get locked up. Deja Flushes after today's show, you can see that it's Ava doing something against Sunny. I mean, yeah, Deja Fly. No, if unless they do another they decide to switch it up on people. Justin said, "I can see Christina raging at Josh as she turned." Yeah, ouch. Jonathan, she wouldn't just rage at Jocelyn; she would whoop Jocelyn's. she would literally, she would literally whoop Jocelyn's ass. Curious if the question would be if Jocelyn turns Sunny in, what he finally would he finally turn against her? No, he wouldn't. You know, Kyrie, he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that. Annette said Josh will be Dex downfall when did she ever attend class? Deja Flaw says Musu is also after Sunny. Yeah, but you know, it's funny, Deja Flaw, because we talked about that and it was like, it would be too obvious if it was Miss Woon. Deja Flaw says I have to go to work early. All right, well, it was great to see you for a little bit, Deja Flaw. I hope I get to see you tomorrow. We're going to chop it up. I'm not gonna lie, we did talk a lot about Josh, and I know Josh is your girl, but you know how we do in these chats. No one is spared the ride. But just as I don't think it will be Josh Dex is on that tape, so I can see. So I can't see her doing it. Carly bring it up today to. Yeah, but I feel like Michael could sit there and find a way to cut a deal for Dex. See, that's the thing. If Michael could find a way to cut a deal for Dex, then I don't see Dex actually being in that much trouble, if any trouble. Um, I mean, think about it. This guy is. I don't want to say he's a war hero, but you know, the dude did serve his country. He wants to then take down a very powerful man that's just the department wants. So I don't feel like they would really go hard on Dex at all. So that's kind of non grata at this point. Deja Flaw says Trina doesn't work anymore. Ooh, Deja Flaw, what do you mean Trina doesn't work anymore? Like when is she attend class? She doesn't work anymore. Kelly says Josh is going to take it, then lose it, and Miss Wu's club. I mean Curtis. Oh come on, you know, come on, Kelly. You know it's Miss Wu's club. Let's not sit there and try to act like it's Let's not sit there and try to act like it's Curtis club. We all know in this chat, okay? We all know in this chat that it's really Miss Wu's club. Does it no, seriously? Does anyone think that Curtis still owns this club? I want to know from everyone. Does anyone actually think that it's Curtis Club? Freddie says if victim fabricates evidence against Esme to give to Spencer, who's to say that Laura, whatever she's going to find out, her son, that Victor give the location, it's just a trap. I won't be too surprised by that. Josh will find Sam. I want to know from this chat, does anyone actually think it's Curtis Club? And that says Josh will be doctor by next year, raising 2 kids and making ducks. Because hitting a man isn't, because being a hitman isn't an easy job. Well, yeah. Also, I mean, I'm pretty sure she didn't like that burnt up ass grilled cheese sandwich. You know what I'm talking about, cat lady. Now Valerie says, "No, Curtis don't own Jack. You damn right he doesn't own Jack. Curtis is just the manager now." Oh, that's nice, cat lady. You gave him a title. That's cute. Have a good night, Daisy Flower. Thank you for joining. He's a manager now. He's a manager now. That's okay. We'll give him a manager. He's a manager. He manages stuff. Another says, "LOA, he's a part owner." Yeah, he's a part owner. You damn right, he's a part owner. I do. I do. Let's put it this way: the minute that Miss Wu stepped in that club, he didn't own it. He really did not own that club. Kyrie says Dex ain't never gonna live down that. Albert and I will make sure. Yes, yes, yes. Come on, Jess. You know we can't do that. Jess. Let's put it this way: the same reason why me and Kyrie can't let go of the fact that Jocelyn showed up on screen with those ashy ass legs and those ashy ass feet. We ain't letting that go. Okay, we just not gonna do that. And you know me, Jess. I'm cool with the Jax fans, but there's certain things that we just not gonna let go. And that says, why does have to be someone's son? Johnson said, do you think Abe will stay captive for long? Probably not for long. Jonathan, they actually do a really good job as far as um moving things along a lot in a faster pace than they would on G. So I think it's gonna last just enough, but it's not gonna be too long. Aneta says, I still need to see Miss Wu family members. She seems so weakness. I don't see that. I feel like whenever she comes in with a presence, it's like she's in charge. Darby says, with all due respect, Darby says Miss Wu isn't strong enough to go against Sunny right now. She has to play the long game with Sunny, and the funny thing is, Sunny knows Selena is plotting against him. You're actually 100% right about that. Like, I'm being dead ass says you are 100% right about that, Darby. Darby says it stopped being Kurt's. Yeah, it stopped being Kurt's club a long time ago. Johnson says, I just hope the preparing test won't be as long as waiting out there. I do too, but at this point, I have faith in Days. I'll tell you this much, Darby. I have as much faith in Days as I do in Marvel. And I have a hell of a lot of faith in Marvel than DC, which is really sad. Freddie says, will we even see Dex buy a decent dinner or at least Happy Meal for Joss on screen? I feel like either one of those options are better than what he cooked. And I actually like Dex, and I'm being listen, I feel like at this point, even making a even making a PB&J sandwich would have been better than what he presented. And that was bad. That was no, screw that. That was really bad. That was embarrassing. It was almost like, how did they actually think that showing something that burnt made any sense whatsoever? Valerie, you know damn well a Happy Meal would have been better than what the hell he made. Why does Dex have to be someone's sicker son? That's so overplayed on GH. I can see that in that. But there's also it's also like a what you call it love triangle. Darby says it stopped being Curtis Clark the first time she ordered him to do something in that club. It yes, yes. You are 100% right, Darby. And if you don't move your ass, Johnson says, are you looking forward to seeing them making the MCU X-Men? I am. I am. I feel like they would do it right. I feel like they would do it right, Jonathan. Because here's the thing: when they brought Spider-Man into the Spider Universe, besides Tom Holland and maybe Mary Jane, which is very questionable, the stories was good. The casting wasn't, but the casting had nothing to do with the MCU. That was a Sony decision. So, like Flash Thompson, which is ass, and whatever. That was a Sony decision. With the MCU, I feel like they're just gonna do a really good job. But yes, it's kind of weird though, Jonathan, because I'm just like, how would they actually even do it? I mean, besides a multi-universe, just as now, we just need to know who Dex is. I love how Jess is just ignoring that burnt ass grilled cheese sandwich. We we just now Carrie says Dex made a whole Italian meal for Sunny though. Kyrie's also thank you, Kyrie's thank you. Kyrie's had a point. Kyrie's had a point. I'm like, come on. I mean, are we gonna get what, Jess? I mean, Jess, let me ask you a question. Would you be cool with your man Smith there giving you some burnt ass French toast? I mean, some burnt ass grilled cheese sandwich or burnt anything? Just how would you like your man to be Smith there giving you burnt food? Because I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be cool with that. Because one, you deserve better, and two, come on, Jess, come on, come on. And like I said, Kyrie's has a point. And also, thank you, Kyrie. Thank you so much. Just LOL. I mean, no, I just want to know: are you cool with your man that they giving you burnt ass food? Like you don't deserve better. That's because one, you do. Um, Bobby says try the Blue Beetle movie or something. I am because it's close to my birthday. I think if it wasn't close to my birthday, I think I would just watch it like maybe on demand. But I was just close to my birthday. I'm like, eh. Have a good night, Annette. Thank you for joining. World turns tomorrow. Have a good night. Have a good night, Annette. Curry says I would never allow him to get away with that. He'll be exactly because Kyrie deserves better than that. Nikisha's in the chat, Queen Nikisha, and Lisa's in the chat. What's good, Lisa? Kyrie's, I mean, in the case you know, recently they're talking about, Kyrie has to sit there and make sure we put Queen in front of that. Kyrie says, and again, Medea said, if a man knows how to cook in the bed, she gets the food to eat. Mm. Now, I hate to do this since as well as one, it's late, and two, my dad is calling like there's no tomorrow, and Dave is in the chat. And also, again, Nikisha, um, congrats, 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 congrats. And you know what I'm talking about. Congrats. It just shows that you are an awesome mom, and well, you're just awesome in general. Hey, Dave, thank you for joining. I feel really bad. I feel really bad, but I also, where are we at in the? Go a little bit. You know, my dad's calling me. You should be Nikisha, because you. That's on you and just how awesome of a mom you are. So that's a testament. You're pretty awesome. Have a good night, Aneta. Thank you for joining. And Lisa is in the chat. What is good? What's good, Lisa? All right. Yes, exactly. Let's give Queen Nikisha her flowers. Seriously, let's give her her flowers. She definitely deserves it, and then some. Oh, my bad, Jonathan. Let me read it. Oh, okay, there we go. Johnson says if EJ loses his CEO position in Demara Enterprises on top of finding out he is not the father of Nicole's baby, he's going to really lose his cool. Jonathan, I think he's gonna have a. I don't want to sit there and say he's gonna have a meltdown, but I'm like, it that would be that would be devastating for him now. And I'm not gonna lie, I mean, granted, besides the fact that he's my favorite character, I will feel bad for him. Perry says, "Hey, fan favorite Queen Acacia, DC said he missed you. I seen. Made sure he put the Queen in front of your name. Had to remind him you're Beyonce. She is the Beyonce of the group, though. Oh, Nikisha, he's a member now. He's a member now, so he'll be up in the members. Also, Nathaniel was in the chat earlier too. Lisa said you need to call your dad. Yeah, I need to call my dad because he called twice, and I do feel bad. I do feel bad. I was gonna try to call him before the live, but I started late, and then everything else went late after that. So, Nikisha, wow, I missed the day and I missed everything. Nah, well, we'll talk more about it tomorrow. Now, I feel kind of bad because Nikisha actually just came in here, and Lisa came in here, and now I got to sit in and live stream because I do actually have to wake up early in the morning. Anyway, as much as this pains me to do this, I'm gonna sit in and live stream tonight. But I will be back tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Have a good night, Valerie. Thank you for joining. Johnson says maybe after EG loses all that, He'll be confront Sloan at her place and then passed out, and she takes him to the hospital. I'll be cool. I'll be cool if they hooked up. Because in all reality, Nicole has never actually been like my girl to go to with that stuff done. Have a good night, Valerie. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, Freddie. All right, Nikisha. Well, you have a great night. You're always missing the chat. And again, thank you, Jonathan. Thank you so much. My God, you are amazing. Thank you, Jonathan. I hope I get to see you tomorrow. Thank you again. Have a good night, Anna B. Have a good night, Becky. Becky D. Yes, 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 yes. Definitely congratulate her, Lisa. Have a good night, Tyrese. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, Jonathan. Have a good night, Becky D. Have a good night, Lisa, and thank you for your kindness. Also, again, Nikisha, I'll be back tomorrow. So yeah, I'm about to call. Oh my God. Spike says, "What do we celebrate? We're celebrating Nikisha's son's graduation." And thank you, Darby. Thank you so much. Darby says, "If I knew the person loved me and was trying, I would eat that burnt creature." Wow. Yeah, We're gonna talk more about that tomorrow, Darby. We're gonna talk more about that tomorrow. Have a good night, Autumn. Thank you for joining. I'm gonna think about that because I'm very perplexed. You actually stumped me on that. So we're gonna talk more about that tomorrow. But have a good night, everyone. Y'all stay safe. I love each and every single one of y'all. Um, and have a good night. Oh, it's all good, Lisa. It's a good, Lisa. I would actually be on here for a little bit longer, but my dad's calling me. He called me like 3 times, so I'm like, let me call him back. Um, Thank you for joining for another edition of Soap Chat with Albert Bostic, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Later. Oh, Kyrie's. Oh my God. Kyrie says, nope, nope, not if you made a whole meal for my my enemy when the tomato sauce with the tomato sauce. Yeah, that's a point. Kyrie does have a point. And thank you so much, Kyrie. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Like seriously. I really do appreciate everyone. Just your support, donations, and just in general, it really does help. It really does help. Um, when I sit there and say I love every single one of y'all, I really do truly mean that. So thank you, everyone. Have a good night, and my God, thank you. Okay, Johnson says, okay, so let me. Yes, Kyrie's is the Bruce Wayne of this chat. Johnson says, on tomorrow's edition of Soul Chat, we'll talk about Willow coming to terms with how she feels about Nina and Megan plan for Demera. Ooh, I like that. That's actually pretty good. Jonathan, I'm so glad to have you on my team. I really am. I've not said that enough. And thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.